Hello everyone, welcome back again to another exciting one. So today what we're going to do is I want to see how we can filter data frame. So we've been filtering by trying to filter through rows, like filter through column. But what if you want to filter based on logic? Like let's say for instance I want to filter. I'm just going to make this thing really quick. Let's say I have this. You can see I have information based on Titanics and we have namesake. So maybe if I want to filter based on female alone, or I want to filter based on people that survived alone, how can I really do that? You know, this is where logic now comes in. So today we want to talk about how to filter through Boolean. Boolean series, and Boolean is either true or false. And true or false in programming is been written like this. So if you want to say something is true, so you put double equals to. If you want to say something is not true, you put exclamation and equals to. If you want to say something is completely true, you say it's completely equals to. So let's say for instance, we just want to extract information based on female alone. How can we do that? So what we're going to do is that we're going to copy this and we're going to say, you know what, I really want to extract information based on female, but we have to target the column. You see sex. So by the time you target the column, then you will now say it must be equals to female. You can see the way I put it. So if you should do this, let's run it. Let's see what will happen. You can see this thing gives you true, false, true, false, true, false, true, false. But this is not what we want. It's going to pull everything together, like, let me say, jam-packed it together. That's the word I can use. But this is not what we want. We want just to extract female alone. So if you want that, you now call this thing again. You copy this thing again. After you successfully put open and close curly bracket, square bracket, you now put that data frame at the back. So if you can do that, honestly, whatever things we are going to be extracting is going to be based on female alone. So let's run it. You can see that everything that is here is based on female alone. Yeah, so if you now want to decide, you can copy this entire thing and say you just want the first 10, the first 20, the first 30. Let me see, even the first 5. Let me see, even the first 3. You can see we have 3 females. So if you say the first 10, you're not going to see male. If you say the first 8, you're not going to see male. It's going to give you all the information based on what? Based on female. So the idea behind this is that create a data frame, use the data frame together with the column and look at what you have, like the information inside the column. Put it here. If it is something like a number, let's say you want to find survived, people that survived. So what you're going to do in that case again is that you're going to copy, paste. So when you copy and paste, you're going to say dot sex dot, it's now dot survive. Dot survived. So if you say dot survived, then it's not be equals to 1, not single equals to, but double equals to 1. So if you do this, then if you should run this thing, you can see it's going to give you true, false, true, false, true, false, but you have to put it inside a square bracket again. You can see how very interesting is this. This thing takes me more than a month when I started learning before I can get the hang of it. You can see this gives me what? Information based on people that survived. Yeah, alone. So if you decide, you can say you want first 10 people that survive. Imagine if you now want to say, maybe you just have this thing and you want to say value underscore count. So if you want to do this, you can see it can have value count and probably just sum it up or whatever. Maybe you just want to sum everything up, or just keep playing around this. Just keep playing around this. So you can use a lot of maybe, let me say methods around it. Okay, so that is how to fetch information based on what? Boolean, that is true or false. So you can decide to pick more than one thing, but let's take for instance, this is what you want to pick. That's okay. So in the next tutorial, we're going to dive into another thing by trying to use filter based on comparison. You want to compare things together you want to filter. So in this section, in this module, we are going to be dealing with filtering based on logic. So that you are filtering based on true or false. So that you are filtering based on comparison, whether you are comparing one or two things together. So that this will give you an idea of how to really analyze data. And I'm so excited that we're moving forward. And in the next tutorial, we're going to dive into something more awesome, like I said. And until then, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.